Well, we are just a few days away from runners lacing up and hitting the pavement for the annual Twin Cities Marathon. Hundreds of thousands people expected to kind of show up and watch this event. About 20,000 runners will compete.
As they prepare to get moving, they're also preparing for another kind of challenge. It'll be the heat. Our Rob Olson is live in Minneapolis, where the starting line will be. And Rob, we've seen what can happen when it is just too hot for runners. It happened here before.
Yeah, back in 2007, and the race director today referencing how that was the hottest marathon and other racing events around the weekend on record. They've learned a lot from that. That same day, back in 07, the Chicago Marathon canceled its race while it was underway because of the heat. Now, since then, they've made a lot of changes. This weekend, as they prepare to set up the race course, they're asking that runners prepare too. Prepare to drink a lot more fluids. Prepare to slow down, and prepare to even not participate if you think that's what's best for you.
I remember the race. I remember it being incredibly hot.
It's been 16 years since we last interviewed Melissa Shue.
And then I remember being very surprised that I ended up where I ended up.
She was at the time in a hospital room in St. Paul recovering after her core body temperature had reached nearly 109 degrees. She had collapsed just short of reaching the 2007 Twin Cities Marathon finish line.
Well, heat stroke is tricky because it's hard to know when you're running a 26-mile race if you're irritable because you're running 26 miles or you're irritable because you're hot.
When we're under a red flag condition, that does mean we do expect them to take extreme caution.
The Twin Cities Marathon race director says they learned a lot from 07 when it was 74 degrees at the start of the race. Setting up now for Sunday, they expect it, come Sunday morning, to be about 68 degrees at start time, around 80 by noon. Still below 07 numbers, but still hot enough. Which means they've issued a red flag warning for this Sunday, meaning use extreme caution, meaning even consider not participating if you've had problems handling heat.
It means they should be slowing their pace. It's not a day to pursue a PR. It's a day to make sure that you're out there listening to your body and staying safe. And ultimately, you should assess your own readiness as a runner.
Back in 07, they actually ran out of water. This year, they say there's going to be a lot more of it all along the race route, plus misters at the finish. A lot more medical personnel, too. But they're asking people to pay attention to themselves and don't be ashamed to drop out if that's what's needed. Melissa says in 07, she should have dropped out, probably even halfway through.
I would have, I think, in hindsight. It's really easy to say that in hindsight, right? That I should have paid more attention to what was going on.
Yeah, she said, though, you know, you get caught up in the race day. You've been preparing all summer for this, and she just wanted to cross the finish line, and she fell, literally fell, just short of it. Since then, she's done a lot of half marathons, but never a marathon again. And with the advice here that anyone with previous heat stress problems shouldn't run, that would include her. So again, the advice here is be very careful, don't push yourself, enjoy yourself, but again, not at the expense of any health problems. Back to you.
Yeah, this is a serious thing. If you are planning on running, make sure that you take it easy because
you've been there, you know what it's like.
Yeah, that heat will get you pretty quickly.
And you have to intentionally slow down, you were telling me.
Yes, and put water over your head.
There you go.
that helps out a lot.